Hello everybody and welcome to another Tomb Tuesday update. This is update number 65 and it is December 6th, 2022. So let's fire this thing right off. With November behind us, it is over. November is out, December is in. We look forward to the end of the year and on to 2023. The overall market has responded relatively well given the magnitude of some of the events we saw in November. Of course, November, the highlight was FTX, right? So of all of the things that happened in November, really the one that stands out the most was the collapse of FTX and then the domino effect of other exchanges and other protocols that got caught up in that landslide. All right, so we are now nearing the end of the first week in December, and before you know it, we will welcome 2023. We need to keep in mind macroeconomics when we are considering the overall health and state of the crypto market. We expect a tapering of interest rates in Q3 of 2023 all the way to the end of 2024. So we're looking years ahead. Crypto as a whole has never experienced a time in which the global macro financial institutions were also suffering a recession, except for this year. So keep that in mind, even though, the bottom looks in for a lot of people. I hear that all over, or we hear that all over Twitter and YouTube and any other place where you get social media and news like that. But we're in a unique situation this time where macroeconomics can really maybe do something great for crypto or could also be correlated and push down further, even though it looks as if crypto might be potentially getting into a recovery phase. All right, we are expecting market recovery through the middle of 2023 through 2024, so we continue our mission of building and providing consistent and steady yields to the Tomb and Life community. All right, moving on. Quantum Miami. A new speaker has been added. Well, lots of new speakers have been added over the course of the week. This is the featured one for Tomb Tuesday, and this is Craig Sellers. He is the founder of Tether. He's the co-founder of Yourself ID. He will be speaking at Quantum Miami. All right, so another busy week of sponsors and speakers that have been added. There's a bunch of links that are added in this Tomb Tuesday. Let's scroll into those now. Here you can see quantummiami.com if you want to get to the website. From there, you can see all the speakers and more event information like that. If you want to join the conversation, you can head over to Telegram. And if you want up-to-the-minute updates or when they first announce a speaker, that type of thing, you'll be able to get that right from Twitter. Now, happy to announce the two winners from the VIP ticket giveaway last Tomb Tuesday, which is sponsored by Tomb, and that is Satoshi on Fire 1. So let's just say Satoshi on Fire 1 and Ray Makoko. I don't know. We're not going to do the names. Anyway, they will be, if you are listening to this, congratulations. They will be contacted through DMs on Twitter from one of our official accounts. So congratulations, very good. Now it's time for round two. Round two, this one sponsored by FELIX.com. FELIX will be giving away another 2 VIP tickets to Quantum Miami, one each for every 2 lucky people, right? So 2 people, 1 ticket each, 1 VIP ticket. So see the link below, and that will bring you over to the tweet. From the tweet, then you got to follow the instructions of all the things you need to do in order to qualify. And please remember to pay attention to what you need to do in order to qualify. But this is it. VIP ticket giveaway from FELIX.com. All right, moving on. We have Tomb updates. Developing is not for the faint of heart or the impatient. We are trying very hard to finish up everything that needs to be done before the migration over to Cemetery v3. As with all things in life, we check, double check, and triple check everything before we initiate the process. We are almost there. So I know we've been talking about Cemetery v3 is coming soon for a little while now, and that's the nature of developing. You fix something, you send it out, people test it, they bring back some feedback, you go back, you fix it again, and one thing leads to another, and time is of the essence, right? So it takes time to fix any little thing. It takes time to add some tweaks. It takes time to move things over here and there. So all of those things are there, and then plus, it's a very important migration because you're dealing with contracts. So, it just needs to be done correctly. So they can take all the time they want, so long as it's done correctly, and that's absolutely fine. Chain Analytics. Last week we talked about nearing 2 million. Now we've crossed the threshold. So 2.365 million transactions. Now, it's a major event. He goes on to say for himself and everyone on the team, as well as everyone here reading this now. Launching a new layer 2 in the middle of a bear market certainly got me some fascinating looks and reactions. But because I surround myself with the best people in the business on a day-to-day basis, I knew that we would get it done and we would be celebrating 2 million transactions before the end of the year. So congratulations, everyone. And thank you. And that is a major milestone right there. That is absolutely fantastic, especially considering the circumstances of the market that we are in. That's just phenomenal, right? So Chain celebrating 2 million. Wallets are at 35.89. The big celebration there will be 5K. And the next big milestone for Chain Analytics will be 5 million. Of course, at 3 million and 4 million, those are definitely worthy of celebration as well. Chain coming to DeBank. So after months of going back and forth with the team over at DeBank, this will be supported very soon. So as early, potentially, as today, so as of filming this video, it's not ready yet. Doesn't mean it's not going to come out later on tonight or in the next few hours or early tomorrow morning, but we are told that it will be very soon. So anytime between now and let's say sometime next week, but in the crypto world, that is pretty quick. All right, so DeBank integration coming for Chain. Now you will be able to see all of your Life protocol stuff on Chain, as well as all of your Tomb assets on Phantom together in the same wallet, which is very, very, very convenient for anybody that is looking at their addresses. All right, Life Wallet update. Next round of beta testers has been selected, and they're putting the Life Wallet through its paces as we speak. As much as I'd love to have the wallet out for everyone to use, we still need to polish a few more things before it's ready for the general public. So the way that works is there was an alpha build, and that got circulated through a very small number of people. And then it went to beta, and it went through, another small number of people, and everybody put their eyes on it, gave their feedback, fixes here, fixes there, tweaks this, tweaks that, and then you update it again, and it goes out to another round, so on and so forth. So this next batch, right, that started beta, and they already started a few days ago. So that next batch of beta testers is now on, the closest finished product that we can have. So whatever they come back with and another round of eyes go through it, then we should be there. So very, very, very close with the Life Wallet. So that's great to hear. L3USD updates. So phase 1 for the variable collateralized stablecoin, or VCS, L3USD is a very long process. As Harry mentioned, back in August, everything we have planned will take time to roll out, but that doesn't mean I don't want to keep you updated on the progress. Building deep liquidity is the number one focus of phase 1, and the development on this front is continuous. Now, of course, the overall market does create a variable that we need to contend with, but rest assured, the team is working the best they can. Phase 2 will unlock borrowing, and it will be a very useful tool when it's used correctly. This will give all users more flexibility and opportunity in the market. So let's take a closer look at this L3USD, the roadmap in 3 phases. We are right here at phase 1, building deep liquidity. Now, we've spoken about this for months, but it is something that takes a very, very, very long time. This is not something that we need to be updated on a weekly basis, although I'm very happy to see that it's here. We haven't seen it in the last few Tomb Tuesdays. After phase 1, we move on to phase 2, which is unlock borrowing. Once you do that, now you've created utility and there's use cases and the whole bit. And now you can start using that correctly. And by that, I mean proper risk management. And you're using it to the tune of not putting yourself in a leverage situation that could be dangerous. And then you move on to phase 3, which is expanding liquidity pairs, right? So there's a whole host of different pairs that you can use that with. Of course, you likely see some LPs in there so that those LPs can then be used as liquidity on the swap. All right, moving on from there, we have FELIX.com updates. Last week, FELIX launched the first issue of their newsletter, and that was issue number 1 that went out through email. So if you got it, great. If you didn't, don't worry. The newsletter sign up link is included in this Tomb Tuesday, which means it'll also be included in the link of the video description. All right. Now, this week, they're giving away 2 VIP tickets. We talked about that earlier, just post monologue. Now, while the clear strategy at the moment is the conventional DCA strategy, and all that means is dollar cost average. It means you set up the same time, same day, same interval, and then you purchase the same amount and you repeat, right? So let's just say, for example, you're going to DCA into Phantom, right? And you say, all right, well, I'm going to do $10 a week every week, and I'm going to do that for a year. I'm going to do it for 52 weeks. Okay, that's fine. That's your DCA strategy, right? So if you are doing something like that, and that DCA strategy is very good in this type of market where you hear analysts talk about accumulation, or you hear them talking about filling their bags, or you hear them talking about buying the dip, those types of things where you're getting an average cost instead of a singular trade. That strategy is great, and it's really great if you're on FELIX, right? So the thing about FELIX is you could put your tomb to work. You can have all of your tomb that you've accumulated over the year or so, and you could take that tomb, you could bring it onto FELIX, and that'll give you discounts. So every time you DCA, if your DCA strategy is once a day or twice a day, right, then you're saving on all of those fees every time you go to make that trade, and every time you go to add Phantom to your bag, or add Life to your bag, or add Tomb to your bag, whatever it is that you're doing. Right, so we've shared this down below. This is VIP trading discounts. So let's take a look. All right, so what you're looking at here is the VIP levels, and these are the associated maker and taker fee discounts that you'll get. So you can see you'll save over here when you just log in, you know, nothing yet, but all the way down to 80%. 80% on maker fees, 60% on taker fees. That's outstanding. Now, it'll cost you currently $1.6 million. So, you know, not everybody is going to be rolling in with 60 million too. However, for VIP 1, where you're going to save 10% on maker fees right there, you'd be looking at $270. Now, that's not bad. Now, in comparison to some other sites for this level of discount, you'd be looking at, you know, $7,000 plus. So think about that for a second when you see $270. And this is, you know, because the price of Tomb at the moment is fluctuating between 2 and 3 cents. So as of today, as of making this chart, the prices are very, very, very realistic for somebody to get into VIP, let's say level 1, you know, potentially into level 2. And then, of course, some of the bigger guys get in there at you know, 3 plus. All right, Fannie and TBone updates. This week, we continue the Life in Crypto comic series with Ye Rolls Life. And, of course, we can see the comic there is comic number 16, 2018 Bear 2, Slow Market Fizzle, Skills Acquisition Mode activated. So I know the title is a mouthful. And it goes on to say, I see you Shiba Phantom holders, and I appreciate your patience. Please understand that I never intended for this airdrop to take this long, but the reality is the infrastructure that needed to be built to give the best chance of success for Fannie and TBone has been an insane undertaking. Please remember that I always have everyone's best interest in mind when priorities get shifted and resources get moved around. The airdrops will come, and I only hope that when they do, the timing is right. All right, that gets us to the comic over here. Let me make that big so everyone can see it. All right, and there you have the skills activation or skills acquisition activated. Okay, future is bright, and that means we are at the end of this Tomb Tuesday. So as always, we have the checklist down at the bottom, or the roadmap, whatever you want to call it. Things in white with a green light are active and on and live, and things that are gray, you know, with the light turned off, those things are coming, announced and coming. All right, that will wrap it up for this Tomb Tuesday, December 6th, 2022. We are wrapping up this year very quickly. That will wrap it up for this Tomb Tuesday. As always, we keep calm, tomb on, and enjoy life.